Major's leading. So, but as the kids get along, this kind of grows. So what we do, again, we set this, let's say this is our net, and see where Rowan's feet are, that's his baseline, and here's my baseline here. So I got to hit an underspin over the net, I drop it over the net that lands before his feet. Okay, he will trap it, he's got touch, very nice. So, but then that develops into exactly what happened. I send it to him once, he hits it right back, see? Okay, then after a little while, he sends it to me once, and I hit it back. This is all teaching stuff you guys know, so then I got to return with a little underspin. So we go back and forth, and then we build it to 2 to 3. Now our kids that are these 7, 8, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, they do, the goal on Friday afternoon is you got to hit 16 slices inside the service line with your partner. First to 16, then we rotate. So forehands or backhands, we do a slice. So it just goes on like that. I mean, when we started out, it wasn't 16, the goal was like 4. Let's make 4. And it went up to 6, and then gradually goes on. So the kids become more skilled. Now, one of the fun things is working in groups of 3. So I'll show it first with, okay, we'll do it with 3. We need one other person. So we come up. So Sophie, you stand behind Zello. Zello, you come up there a little bit. So remember, I'm a student too. I'm not the pro. Zello, you see help with that. Sophie, you hold your right hand like that. So that's all it's teaching you. I just tell them stand side really good. So you got your lip on there good? Very good. That's your shoulder. Okay, now I want you to do that. Alright. So, what have we done? We're a group of 3 kids. I have to feed the ball. Lauren's got to step and do his little spin. Okay? And so he's doing his little spin. So now I've tricked his body into something. What did I trick his body into doing? Not turning, staying sideways. So that what would happen is the independency of the shoulder during the stroke. So he's not using his body to rotate. You know, most kids are going to try to do that when they usually slice. They're going to throw. This restricts and holds it, okay? So then after a little bit, what happens is, Sylvie moves there, as well as comes here, and I go there. Everybody see that picture? Now, anytime I work in, like in privates, I bring the parents on the course with me. I want them sitting there, because I want them to pick up balls, so I don't have to stop the left of that. And I also want them to know what I'm saying to their children, so they can reinforce what I'm trying to teach. So I don't have a problem with parents. I have a problem if it's a parent on the course and there's other children, and then I have an issue. Okay? But anytime it's private, I want them there. I want them to learn, to reinforce what I'm trying to teach. So, mom. Okay. So this is mom. She was holding her son's yellow racket for him. Okay. So if I have a private lesson, I still do this exercise, but I have the parent holding the racket back there. And then, mom, get back there again. So this time, well, you have to pull mom anywhere I send you the ball, okay? You got to pull her with you. Okay, ready, go. Right, go, run. Pull mom with you. Okay, get back. Take mom back there. Go. Okay, so I've been playing around, running like this, and I've been doing all this stuff, and I make them run. So he's totally independent. He's got to really learn how to work that hand, okay? Now, if I don't have mom around, what I do is I use the ball card. Well, hold on the ball card. Come to this side, right. So then I can do the same thing. The ball card's mobile, so he can pull the ball card if he has to a little bit and still do it, okay? So he, you know, he's got the ball card restricting back. So then after, when I get rid of this, I was just saying, well, put your left hand back as if you're holding the card. I'll keep it there as if you're holding the card. And again, it almost creates that idea. And then eventually, as well, I'll put your other hand right here. Okay, so now go reach back for the card as you make your shot. So then he reaches back for the card as he makes his shot. So you can teach little progressions like that, the skills, the whole development of the skills. The next thing is you got to compete. See, there's got to be competition. So I'm sure you all do this, but we have what we call the slice game. So on the 36-foot course, the kids will have to only slice it. Now these are 6 and 7-year-olds. They can only slice the ball. They're not allowed to chop it. Learn top spin. We're working on slice and running out the slice. The 8, 9-year-olds, we do it in the service boxes or the service box extended. Okay? At Hillsdale Nicole, every time I hired a new pro, a couple of years ago, when I was in the 80s, to test whether I hired them, they had to beat her. If they couldn't beat her in the slice game, I wouldn't hire them. And he kind of laughed at that, but you wouldn't believe how deft and how tactically and how good she was at that game. And it really tested people, got surprised. They go, ooh, I thought it was this little girl. and boy, she's up on them 3-0 in a hurry. And so, but it's such a cool game where they only slice. We've all done it, but you got to get them doing that at 7, 8 years old, where they're just eating slices. That's one of the things I'm proud of. All these kids in our class are really good at slicing on both sides. They can move the ball. Then you can easily create in 5 zones on the court. You have your little drop shot, you got your short angle, mid angle, you got your deeper angle, you got your deep cross court, and then you got your down the line slice. You create all these areas in the court where they have to put the ball, and you know, with the partner feeding them, they have to be able to hit these different targets. So that's a good kind of thing. Okay? All right, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Let's use, if I can back up, just over here. So if you want to do